My dad's surprises usually suck, like the time he surprised me with a goldfish that died in 2 days. So when he said, "Lila, I've got something big for you," my stomach churned like I'd eaten bad tacos. I'm Lila, 16, stuck in a house that feels like a war zone since Dad married Vanessa. My stepmom, who I'm pretty sure was sent from some evil dimension to ruin my life. She's got this smile, all teeth and no soul, and eyes that could freeze lava. Dad's oblivious. Of course, he thinks she's the second coming of Mother Teresa. But I know better. Her kind gestures, like baking me cookies that taste like cardboard or accidentally shrinking my favorite hoodie, are just cover for whatever she's plotting. And trust me, she's always plotting. That evening, Dad called me to the living room, his voice weirdly soft, like he was about to drop a bomb. The room smelled like Vanessa's overpowering lavender candles, and the air felt thick, like something bad was about to happen. I plopped onto the couch, my sneakers scuffing the hardwood floor Dad's so proud of. He sat across from me, his hands fidgeting, his usual goofy grin replaced by this tight, nervous one. Vanessa lingered near the doorway, her arms crossed, watching me like I was a lab rat in her twisted experiment. Her eyes had that glint sharp, cold, like she knew something I didn't. "Lila," Dad started, clearing his throat. "I know things have been tough since your mom passed." His voice cracked on mom, and my chest tightened. Mom died 3 years ago, car accident. Sudden, unfair. I still see her in my dreams, laughing, her hair catching the sunlight. Dad's never been the same since, and neither have I. But I've got something that might change things for us. He continued, glancing at Vanessa like she was his co-conspirator. She nodded, but her lips twitched, and I swear I saw a flicker of something dark in her expression. I shifted, my palms sweaty. "What is it?" "Dad." My voice came out sharper than I meant, but Vanessa's stare was drilling into me, and I couldn't shake the feeling she was enjoying this. He took a deep breath, like he was about to jump off a cliff. "We're moving to a new house, a fresh start. There's a great school nearby, and Vanessa found this place. It's perfect for us." His eyes lit up, but I felt like someone had punched me in the gut. "Moving, leaving our house, the one Mom picked out, with the creaky porch swing where we used to read together. No way." "Moving," I echoed, my voice climbing. "Dad, you can't be serious. This is our home. Mom's home." My throat burned, and I hated how small I sounded. Vanessa stepped forward, her heels clicking like a countdown. "Lila, sweetheart," she said, her voice syrupy but laced with venom. "It's time to let go of the past. This new place will be good for you, for all of us." Her smile was so fake it could have been plastered on a billboard. I glared at her. "Don't call me sweetheart." The words slipped out before I could stop them, and Dad's face fell. He hates when I snap at her, but I couldn't help it. She wasn't my mom. She'd never be my mom. "Lila, please," Dad said, rubbing his temples. "This isn't easy for me either, but we need this. The house is too big, too many memories. And Vanessa's right, it's a great opportunity. Opportunity for what I shot back, for her to get rid of everything that matters to me." I gestured at Vanessa, who didn't even flinch, just kept that creepy, knowing look on her face. Dad sighed, looking older than his 42 years. "It's not like that. There's more to it." He hesitated, glancing at Vanessa again, like he needed her permission to keep talking. That's when my stomach really sank. There was something else. Something he wasn't saying. "What aren't you telling me?" I demanded, my heart racing. Vanessa's smirk grew, just a fraction, but enough to make my skin crawl. Dad swallowed hard. "There's a program, a scholarship, tied to the new school. It's for kids who've been through tough times, like you. It could mean college. Lila, a full ride. Vanessa's been working with the school to get you in." I blinked, stunned. A scholarship that sounded good. Too good. I looked at Vanessa, who was nodding like she deserved a medal. Why didn't you tell me sooner, I asked, my voice quieter now, suspicion creeping in. We wanted to be sure, Vanessa said, stepping closer, her perfume choking me. It's a competitive program. You'll need to work hard, prove yourself, but I know you can do it. Her tone was encouraging, but her eyes said something else, like she was daring me to fail. I didn't buy it, not for a second. Vanessa didn't care about my future. She'd spent the last 2 years making my life miserable, from forgetting to tell me about school events to accidentally throwing out Mom's old recipe book. This scholarship, this move, it was her idea, her plan. But why? What was she getting out of it? Over the next few weeks, the move consumed everything. Dad was distracted, packing boxes and signing papers, while Vanessa hovered, directing movers like a dictator. I tried to talk to Dad alone, to ask him why he trusted her, why we had to leave, but he'd just hug me and say, "It's for the best, kiddo." I hated that word, kiddo. It was what he called me when he didn't want to explain. The new house was bigger, fancier, in a town an hour away. It had a pool, which Dad thought I'd love, but it felt sterile, like a showroom. My room was twice the size of my old one, but it wasn't mine. Mom's presence was gone, no creaky floors, no faded paint marks where we'd measured my height. Vanessa had decorated my room in pastel pinks, which I despise, and when I complained, she just said, "You'll get used to it." School started, and the scholarship program was intense. It wasn't just about grades, it involved community service, essays, interviews. The other kids in the program were nice enough, but I felt like an outsider, always watching my back. Vanessa had been right about one thing: it was competitive. The director, a stern woman named Ms. Hargrove, made it clear only one student would get the full ride. "Show us your resilience," she'd say, like we were soldiers, not teenagers. I threw myself into it, partly because I wanted the scholarship, but mostly because I wanted to prove Vanessa wrong. She'd watch me at dinner, asking about my progress with that fake concern, and I'd catch her exchanging looks with Dad, like they were in on some secret. It drove me crazy. I started snooping, checking her emails when she left her laptop open, listening to her phone calls when she thought I was asleep. I know it's not exactly ethical, but neither is marrying someone to ruin their kid's life. One night, I hit the jackpot. Vanessa was on the phone in her office, whispering, but I caught enough. "The program's perfect," she said. "She's distracted, focused on it. She won't suspect anything." Suspect what? My heart pounded as I pressed my ear to the door. "Once it's done," she continued, "the trust fund will be ours. Just keep her busy. Trust fund, Mom's trust fund, the one set up for me, only accessible when I turned 18. I backed away, my mind racing. Vanessa wasn't just evil, she was a mastermind. The move, the scholarship, the new house, it was all a distraction, a way to keep me out of the way while she worked on getting her hands on my money. I didn't have proof, not yet, but I knew I had to find it before she succeeded. The next few months were a game of cat and mouse. I played the good student, aced my assignments, charmed Ms. Hargrove, all while digging for dirt on Vanessa. I found bank statements, emails to lawyers, even a shady document with my name on it, buried in her desk. She was trying to convince Dad to transfer the trust fund to a joint account, claiming it was for my future. Dad, bless his naive heart, was eating it up. I confronted him one night, papers in hand, my voice shaking with rage. "She's stealing from me. Dad, from Mom." He looked at the documents, his face crumpling. But then Vanessa walked in, cool as ice. "Lila, you're misunderstanding," she said, her voice smooth. "This is to protect you. The fund's at risk, bad investments. We're fixing it. Dad bought it, of course." He hugged me, said I was stressed, that Vanessa was family. I wanted to scream. Instead, I kept digging, reaching out to Mom's old lawyer, Mr. Kessler. He was shocked, said the fund was fine, no bad investments, Vanessa was lying. The scholarship deadline loomed, and I was neck and neck with another kid, a guy named Ethan who was smarter than half the teachers. I liked him. He was kind, funny, didn't treat me like a charity case. One day, over coffee, I spilled everything about Vanessa. He listened, then said, "You need proof. Hard proof. Let's set a trap." We did. Ethan hacked into Vanessa's email, not proud of it, but desperate times, and found a message to a shady accountant detailing how she'd siphoned the trust fund once it was in the joint account. We printed it, along with the other documents, and I showed Dad again. This time, he listened. His face went pale, then red, then pale again. He confronted Vanessa that night, and it was ugly yelling, tears, her trying to spin it. But the evidence was undeniable. Dad kicked her out. The divorce was quick, messy, and she got nothing. The trust fund was safe, and I got the scholarship, though it felt like a footnote after everything. Dad and I moved back to our old house, creaky porch swing and all. It wasn't perfect. Dad's guilt was heavy, and I was still angry, but we were us again, without her shadow. What would you do if you found out someone you trusted was betraying you? Was I right to snoop, to fight dirty, or should I have trusted the system? Let justice take its course. Share your thoughts. What's right, what's wrong, and where's the line when it comes to family and betrayal?